Hi, welcome back to English 111 Online. This week we are going to finish writing the essay, the whole essay. And it doesn't have to be turned in until October the 2nd, but you need to get your rough draft together this week and then get some feedback from a third source, not me, not your own review of it, but somebody else to review it. And I'll talk about that in just a minute. So this week we are going to take a look at this document, Core Project 1. This is the same document that we've had before. The Gendered Waters in Which We Swim, the Pink and Blue Tsunami, Gina Rippon's essay. And here's the writing prompt again. Incorporating evidence from the essay you've read, compose a thesis-based essay that makes a claim for this question. Is the way we think about gender in the United States harmful or harmless? And your claim should state one position only. The way we think about gender in the United States is harmful, or the way we think about gender in the United States is harmless. And either way is fine with me. Just bet you're going to have to back up what you say by evidence from the text. You want to type your essay in a Google Doc, so you'll need to know that, how to do that. And I'm going to go take a look at this sample MLA formatted essay. Cindy Lou, who wrote this essay. Of course, I actually wrote the essay, but this kind of shows you how it's done. There's her last name with the number. So to do that, you go to Insert. You go down to Page Numbers, and you choose the very first option, putting your number in the upper right-hand corner of your document. Then you have to go back and add your last name in front of that with a space like that, who won. The heading only goes on the first page, so make sure you're back into the document and not still up there in the header space. And your name, my name, the course name, and then the date. On the very next line, we center the title. Using rhetorical strategies to establish effectiveness in how to do gender was the title of Cindy Lou Who's essay here. And then here is a sample of the introduction paragraph. So with all of the things that an introduction paragraph should have. She has an attention getter. She's narrowing the focus down to her thesis statement, and then finally she has the thesis statement. So this is, once you have your thesis statement, you're ready to start writing your body paragraphs. And so each body paragraph has to have a topic sentence. And then we go on to give the textual evidence that backs this up. So if you want to look at what it's supposed to look like, then take a look at this sample essay here. Every time you use material that you got from somewhere else, like here, from page 480, since you have already introduced your author to the class, you don't need to put the author's name anymore. You just need to put the page number that it came from. And you'll do that wherever. There's another example of it there. Here's more. And it's repetitive because I'm putting the same page number behind two different bits of information. But you have to do it that way. You have to let your reader know where they can find this information. Here's 481 and so forth. So you can always look at Cindy Lou Who's essay. Also, the works cited page, you can see I have said insert page break there when you get to the end of your essay. and that automatically puts your works cited on a separate page. And then you have the author's last name, the title in quotation marks, our book information, the name of the book in italics is the 12th edition, all of this publishing information, and then you put your page numbers at the end. So that's a good sample to use if you're planning on, if you're a little sketchy about how to do the hanging indent or whatever, copy and paste that into your document, then you can change the information and you'll have it correct. This document will take you through with it's like a check sheet of what you need to put in your paragraphs. So this is important. It just reminds you of MLA format, the title, what the introduction needs to be, what your thesis statement needs to be, and then the same thing for your body paragraphs. Let's see what else we have this week. This actually is sort of like the other one, except it's just written like in paragraph form. I even have some templates in here that you can use to help you organize your writing, and remember that, and here's another example of of something from our textbook. Anything that's from our textbook will use the same information for the book. The page numbers will change, the title will change, and the author's name, of course, will change. Don't forget your periods or your end punctuation within the different parts, comma, and then the page numbers there. So you could copy and paste that on your works cited page, and then just replace them. So that's in a couple of places where you can do that. Now, after you have your rough draft, and this is rough, it's not your finished, polished effort, but as soon as you've got your rough draft together, you want to either do one of two things: submit it to Smart Thinking, and there is a link here. There's information about how to submit to Smart Thinking, and there's a link here for you to submit it on. So I'll walk you through that. When you click on that link, please use this link to get your information to Smart Thinking, because you don't want to just type in Smart Thinking and try to do it. They'll charge you that way. This way, you've already paid for this. So when you sign in, it's log in as a student, and then it just flashed on by mine because I've logged into this so many times. But this is where you'll find your ability to, and let me just do something up here. Trying to get my, I want to move my screen here. Well, anyway, I can't do it. Up at the top it says writing help right here. I know you can't really see it that well, but writing help, you want to click that. You want to go to the Essay Center, and then when you get to the Essay Center, you're going to name your essay something. You can name it anything you want to, Core Project 1, whatever you want to name it. It doesn't matter. It's just really so you can go back to Smart Thinking and find your feedback on it. Excuse me, this first one is for your course, English 111. And then the writing title can be anything you want it to be, or you can use the title from your actual essay. It doesn't matter. Now it says provide your assignment description. So let me show you where you can find that. on this document right here. Here it is, right at the end of that document. It says, when submitting to Smart Thinking, here's a description of the assignment you should use when submitting your essay. I wrote it for you. The reason we have to do this is the tutors at Smart Thinking do not know what we're doing, so we have to let them know. They don't know what the assignment is, so we have to let them know. So what I did is I just copied and pasted that right into there. And then you're going to select 2 areas in which you need help. You can submit this more than one time, but I suggest your main idea and thesis and your content development. Choose those 2 to start with, and then if you want them to go back and look at something else, you can resubmit it and have them look at something else for you. You want to keep this as first available unless English is your second language and you need an ESL specialist, but otherwise leave it first available. And then you're going to choose your file that you're going to submit, and it has to be a Microsoft Word document, a plain text file document, or a rich text file document. So I'm going to go back in here and look for something. All right, I'm just going to click on that, and when I find the document I want to share, it uploads here. See, it says here's my copy of the dialectical journal. All right, and so then after you get all of that, it says preview and submit over here, and then you can do that. You can actually preview and submit your assignment. I'm not going to do that because I don't want to submit that. The other thing is I have basic MLA guidelines on here for how to set it up and everything. If please use Times New Roman 12-point font and all of that, because I was still seeing some documents submitted that were not in MLA format. So be sure you do that. And let's see, what else do I have on here? This is, if you forget what I just showed you about how to submit to Smart Thinking, you can click on that and it will show you. After you submit your essay to Smart Thinking, you're going to get an email from them saying they've received your essay and will be back in touch with you, and then you'll get another email when it is time for you to look at the feedback, and it'll explain to you what to do. The other option you can choose, if you don't want to submit it to Smart Thinking and you'd rather have something in live with a tutor one-on-one, you can go to the English studio here on campus. And you can do it in person or you can do it virtually. It just depends on what is more convenient for you to do. Here is a link that shows how to use the English Studio tutoring services, and here is how to schedule an appointment. They also will take walk-ins, so you could just go up there and in person if you wanted to without an appointment and see if there's somebody available to help you then. This is, of course, the journal for this week, and I realize that some of you may not get it done like before midnight Sunday night, so however long it takes you, go ahead and get your rough draft together though, so you can get the help that you need, because it is due October 2nd and the next week. So you'll need this feedback in order to make your final revisions so that you can have it ready to submit for a grade for next week. The journal says copy and paste your smart thinking feedback into your journal submission. Copy and paste your document you shared with the English Studio with any comments that were made on it, and add a couple of sentences at the end explaining how you used or plan to use the information to revise your essay. So if you go to the English Studio and your tutor in there says your thesis statement is kind of weak, what you really need to do is do this and that, and then that's what you'll put in your journal, and that'll be how you revised your thesis statement. Now I'm also going to, because you the previous week you had to submit your essay with, you had to submit your document with the introduction paragraph, and it's going to take me a while to get through them. So keep checking back to see what kind of feedback I give you on your introduction paragraph and your thesis statement. But that's the only one I'm going to actually look at before I look at them to grade. So another good reason to get back to the to get that extra feedback from the English Studio or Smart Thinking. So that's what we're doing this week. I really walk you through the information in these documents and tell you exactly what to do, how to put it together. So instead of me reading those to you right now, read this information yourself. This one is particularly helpful how to write an MLA formatted essay, the sample essay for you to look at and see how it looks, and then this formatted outline revision also. If you do those things, I think you'll be in really good shape. So until, if you have any questions, of course you need to contact me and I'll be glad to help you. And until next week, I'll tell you goodbye for now.